What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sugar from Sugar Earth Media, and today we are talking about Fear the Walking Dead. This is the mid-season premiere of Season 7. It's Easter today. Happy Easter, everybody, if you celebrate it, if you're watching it today. And we're just gonna review this first episode. There were 2 episodes today for AMC Plus subscribers, so the second episode of the day will be a separate video. This is only the first one. I haven't watched episode 2 yet, so this is only review applying to the first episode, and I gotta say, this is classic Fear the Walking Dead these days, in the sense that there's logical issues all over the place. This is not a good episode, in my opinion, and it's really, there's so many stupid things in this episode, it just drives me nuts. You guys know that I've had a lot of issues with Season 7, and honestly, ever since the new showrunners, I mean, this show has always had issues, to be honest, but especially nowadays, there's so many coincidences and just like things that aren't thought through that it really takes away from my enjoyment. So, as much as Alicia is one of my favorite characters in the show, this is an Alicia episode. It should be a winner. It's really not. We get this dream scene at the beginning, and it's like it's giving us a whole nother explanation for why she thinks this zombie can lead her to Padres, because I saw it in a dream. And this, I don't know, I think it's kind of lame. It's like, why? I don't think most people take their dreams as like gospel, and it's like so many in this show even. So I hate the dream scene. It's really annoying. It gives us another explanation for something we already had an explanation for. You know, it didn't even make sense, the previous explanation, the whole concept of following a zombie, whatever. We're relitigating past decisions at this point, but the dream scene didn't do anything for me. She wakes up in this house, okay, and here's the issue with this house, right? Like, I like this actor here. That they have a new character here. His name's Paul. I like this character, right? I mean, I like the performance. I like his charisma. He's a good actor, and now here we're gonna go into why this character does not work for me at all, okay? We are a decade, 10 years at least into this apocalypse scenario. It is unacceptable to just have somebody surviving in their house for 10 years on their own, okay? He had a wife and all that, but we have zero explanation of this house has power somehow. How does he have power? I mean, if he has generators, where does he get gas for the generator? We're 10 years in, okay? He's still scavenging food? Are you kidding me? He's scavenging haggis from the grocery store? Are you serious? It's 10 years in the apocalypse, dude. That you can't scavenge food. It's anything that would be left is not edible anymore, bro. There's no way, okay? And where does he get the power? Where does he get the food? He said he soundproof his house. Are you kidding me? Okay, first of all, he's deaf, so how would he know it's soundproof? Second of all, we hear people arrive at the house. We hear people outside the house, inside the house. How is it soundproof if we can hear people outside the house? We hear horses pull up. How is that soundproof, bro? It makes no sense, okay? Secondly, this is a character who I like the character, right? But it's repetitive at this point. We already have a deaf character in The Walking Dead. We got Connie. We already have a character named Paul in The Walking Dead. Okay, Jesus. We already have a character on the main show who is a musician, a music teacher. Luke, I believe his name is. All of these repetitive aspects put into this character. And, I mean, the whole dead wife storyline and all that, it's not really doing anything all that unique either. And, you know, at this point, I mean, yes, we have so many characters in The Walking Dead. Yes, there's going to be some repetition, but there's, like, a lot of repetition in this one guy. At least there's an explanation for why he lost his hearing, being the blast and all that. At least that makes sense. But again, how did he survive the blast? I guess he survived the blast in this house. I don't know. Anyways, this whole thing, like, he happened to save her, and he happened to come across her, but she's hallucinating that a little girl saved her. And my thing is, like, why does this guy not question, like, okay, she's a little girl, how did she take you to this barn that you're at? It's little nitpicky things at this point, but I don't think I'm nitpicking with these overarching things. And he's a deaf musician. He's blasting music in his house. I mean, there's a window right here. How is this a soundproof house? It makes no sense to me, dude. And he's so obsessed with playing music really loud so that he can feel the vibrations, man, because he needs to drown out his wife's voice. How does that make any sense? It's a completely different sense. Hearing is a different sense than you feeling something. I'm not saying that feeling something is pointless. Like, I can understand why somebody who loves music so much would want to do that, but again, it's a risk, right? I mean, how does he survive 10 years and he's blasting music all the time? How is there not just a swarm of zombies around his house? And don't give me that soundproofing bullshit, because we hear people coming from out. Okay. You can see my soul leaving my body. Everybody watching. Okay, so I mean, this episode, it's a lot of talking stuff, and honestly, if I was a bit more emotionally involved, it would be okay. But we're hearing about something that happened in the past between the last episode and this one, and honestly, I'd rather have seen that story play out as opposed to what's going on here. Okay, it's a pretty basic, Walking Dead. Oh, I mean, this is basically the Morgan character when he showed up the first time, like, just exposition dump plus having somebody that we attach to and like and all that, and then we lose them at the end of the episode. And we got this guy Arno, and he's got a beef with Alicia because he all of his people got killed. So this guy Arno, who led the Splinter group to try to attack the tower before, of course, for whatever reason, they set up this war storyline, but they don't want to have us just jump into that for some reason. Instead, we have to have this inner conflict on quote-unquote our side, and I have no emotional investment in this war conflict at all. Maybe that's why. But instead, we have this guy Arno leading this group, and he's against Alicia, even though they have the same goal, of taking the tower. And I mean, it's a real convoluted plot and all that. And also, like, why does Arno show up here of all places? Are they really just scouring the countryside, going every building and knocking on places? How is that a thing? How come nobody asks him, like, where do you get your power? Where do you get your food? How are you surviving? Does he have a garden? Does he grow vegetables? Does he raise animals? There's nothing, like, they didn't put any thought into, we're 10 years into the apocalypse at all. He's still doing all the same stuff we were doing in, like, season 2 of the main show. And it's 10 years into the apocalypse. That kind of stuff just doesn't fly anymore. And here we have this scene where she's hiding the piano. I like this shot. It's good tension and all that. It's fine, but it doesn't have any payoff, because basically what he plays with the piano, he notices that it's not working, it's broken, and then he leaves. But later in the episode, Alicia gets kidnapped by him anyway. So, like, why not just have that scene here? It's not really working for me, I'll be honest. And he gives him a radio, which is like, how many radios does this fucking guy have that he could just give away radios? Also, like, they were gonna run out of battery eventually, and I don't know, dude. It's so dumb. Look, I mean, he's got power. He's heating stuff on the stove. He's heating up haggis, and then she eats it, and then he's like, oh yeah, the grocery store is all picked over, but the haggis was still there. First of all, haggis, by how they determine it in Scotland, is illegal in the U.S., okay? You can't sell sheep lung for food in the United States. These are written by people who live in the U.S. They should know this. So, I mean, they have haggis, but it's not the same thing. And also, just saying that, the grocery store is all picked over, but that's still there. I mean, yeah, people don't like haggis as much in the U.S., right? But food is food, bro. I'm pretty sure people would be eating dog food and shit like that. So I really don't think that... I don't buy this whole... I've also never seen haggis in the grocery store except for, like, a big supermarket or some kind of artisan or Whole Foods or something like that, maybe. But I don't see haggis in like normal grocery stores. Maybe that's just in my area, but I don't know. I'm kind of nitpicking again. But again, like we just don't have any explanation for how he's been surviving, and that just kind of thing, it doesn't work for me. And scavenging food this far into the apocalypse, are you kidding me? That's not an acceptable answer at this point, okay? And now they go to this place for some reason. There's no reason for them to go here at all, other than to just talk about Beethoven. They're just talking about Beethoven and all this other stuff, and about her dream, I think. I don't even really remember. I'm kind of tuning out most of this episode because we're talking about other things, the past that happened, or what Alicia's goal is now. Stuff that's more interesting than actually watching this conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I would have rather watched a lot of things. I do like this character, and he's talking about Beethoven being deaf and all that, and telling the story of the Final Symphony, how that guy had to turn him around to see the applause and all that. I don't really know exactly what they're trying to say with this, but it's whatever. So, okay, so the guy, Arno somehow magically knows that they're here. How? I don't know, maybe he had a scout just wait at the house for them to leave or something. But, like, I don't know. So they somehow know that they're there. They pull up to this thing. They know that there's a guy in the building. They know the deaf guy is here, right? They know Paul is here, and they're gonna kill Alicia and all that for revenge. And they got the zombies, all the zombies. Apparently, these are all the people. Did we see these people die? And I just don't remember. I'm not rewatching this show again, by the way, but to find out. I don't remember if we saw these people dying or not. So I don't know if like that was on screen. And then they know this guy's here. They know, and yet he still gets the drop on them somehow. And then he shoots them all. Also, where's he getting ammo from? These are the things I'm thinking. Why did he bring this stereo here? Why did he need to bring it here? Is that why they came here, to get parts for the stereo? Why didn't we get that in exposition? Why did he bring the stereo? Why didn't he leave it at his house? I don't understand it, dude. Even if you needed parts for the stereo, you leave the stereo at home, you get the parts and bring them back. I don't know why. I don't know, dude. And then they somehow get away. Arno, of course, isn't killed yet. And he just happens to kill everybody except for Arno, even though the other guys had guns. They knew he was there. He shouldn't have been able to get the drop on them. Arno gets shot and runs away. Why doesn't Arno pick up? Didn't he have a gun, or doesn't he pick up why doesn't he pick up one of his friend's guns and shoot back? I get that he's injured, but like, dude, it's a life or death situation, and I don't know. And then we get this heart-to-heart in the car. He decides he wants to come with her. Well, we're 26 minutes into this episode, and like, I don't know, dude. Nothing much has really happened for real. It's kind of a boring episode, and they're like, we're trapped in this car, but there's like 6 zombies. We've seen them kill that many zombies in their sleep, And then we're talking about the dream stuff, and dude, this whole prophetic dream thing, and then he's like, it was actually you this whole time. It wasn't I roll my eyes so far back into my head, dude. I really don't like the whole following zombies. The zombies remember. It's, oh my god. And then, okay, so he's like, meet me at my house, and they're gonna set up a trap for him and all that. And then he's like, he's like, at night, just generic, no time or anything. Show up at my house at night, okay? And yet it's nighttime right now. This guy could show up any minute, and he does. And Alicia's like, oh yeah, I'll just stand out here in the open where I can get seen through the windows, and all that. Even though the story that the guy told Arno was that, oh, she betrayed me too, and now like I'm gonna help you and all that. So it makes no sense. Also, like, Arno pulls up here with so many more soldiers than he had before, and it's like, where were those guys before? What were they doing? So okay, so I want you guys to note, he's got a 6-shooter, okay? At least I think it's maybe it's more than 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Either way, they don't keep track of how many bullets he has in his thing. When the shootout happens, he just keeps shooting. I think he shoots 8 rounds. Doesn't have to reload. Never runs out of ammo. The one aspect I do like, we saw the bagpipe there. The bagpipe was his dead wife's, and by the end of the episode, he has to play it. I like that part, so I'll give that part praise. And like I said, I like this actor. He's charismatic and all that. But this whole confrontation thing is like, why did we need to have like why was it an advantage to do this as opposed to Alicia just like going her own way? Like they've already decided to leave at this point. I guess they want to take him out so they don't have to worry about him while they're taking out Padre, I guess. I don't know, this action scene doesn't do a lot for me either. It's a bit more than we typically have gotten in the last few episodes though. Oh, but and the speaker blows out randomly, conveniently, so that the guy can get caught while he's trying to sneak up on this guy, and it's very convenient. But like the thing is, the speaker like explodes. I mean, I guess it's possible. It's just very convenient. He's been blasting music for how long now? And only just now is that happening. And also, there were other speakers there. It wasn't just the one speaker, right? So, wouldn't it keep playing just through the other speakers, just the one isn't working anymore? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. And then the guy gets shot. And I don't know why Arno doesn't finish it off, like, right then. Or, okay, no, there's a zombie there, but still, like... And then they go off into this other room, and they're safe enough here to have a conversation, even though there's all these other guys in here. And then, yeah, we get this bagpipe part, and you know what? I like the bagpipe part. I'm not going to complain about the bagpipe part. And then Alicia runs away, and then she passes out yet again, and then she sees the little girl yet again. And then we have the dream scene, but
oh, it's actually her that she's listening to now. She didn't take the time to listen to her own voice because she had so many other people telling her things.
it's like, I'm pretty sure Alicia's made a bunch of decisions, you know, and there's that whole time jump we had between season 3 and 4 where, you know, they were robbing people, you know, and all that. And I mean, she's been making decisions. It's not like, I don't know. It's not like she was literally like a leader as well at the end there. So I don't know. And then Morgan shows up and I'm like, are you kidding me? Morgan just happened to find her. That's not what happened. Apparently she walked all the way to the sub, but she didn't have a gas mask with her, right? Isn't that established that they need to have a gas mask because this is like in the blast radius and it's not safe to... How... Never mind, the radiation rules don't matter. It's really just for convenience of the plot. It really doesn't matter. And we had this whole conversation, and I honestly forget what's happening here. It's really... I don't know. This episode doesn't work for me. It's really not good. And then we have... They find the crater, and there's a horde in the crater. I do like this visual. The impact point with the bomb and the horde in there. I mean, it makes sense that there would be this many zombies. But again, I mean, the repetition, it just like, this looks like the gorge from season 6 of the main show, you know, with all these zombies in there. So it's a repetitive thing. And it's like, we just need one more X factor. Although I don't see any way that they can get the zombies out of there. So how much of a threat really is it if they're just zombies in the pit? So I don't know. I didn't like this episode. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. It's a really silly episode. I'm just going to scan over my notes to make sure. Oh, yeah. One thing, like, when he comes out and saves Alicia, the guy Paul, when he comes out and saves Alicia, he waits till the last second to shoot Arno as he's releasing the zombies. And, like, why didn't he shoot earlier? How long had he been there? I mean, he must have known something was happening. So, again, very convenient. And I don't even know, like, what I was supposed to get out of this episode in general. Like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think I'm off base? Do you like this episode? Let me know what you think. And hit me with the like if you like. Sub for more Walking Dead content. We will review episode 2 later today or tomorrow. And then we got Better Call Saul tomorrow. So that's exciting. And we're going to be reviewing... I don't think it's going to be a review like how we do these. It's going to be more of just like talking about the episode and what's coming up next week and predictions and all of that. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.